Hello, and welcome to another video on my channel about, you guessed it, makeup! Surprise, surprise. Today, I'm gonna do a very simple eye look for you, but with a pop of color. Can you guess what color it will be? Blue! That's right. This is the Vacuum Cleaner Pore Purifying Mask by Dr. Brandt. It's sucking out all of the impurities from my big gaping pores. Anyway, it's blue, which is what I'm gonna do for my eyes today, so I thought that would be a cute little intro. Also, look at Grumpy McGrump right over there in the background. Oh, it's like he could feel me calling him out for being a big old grumpus. Also very cute is the fact that my kitten is also named Blue. That's your name, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is your name. Alrighty, I am back. I am showered. My face feels amazing. I have moisturized my skin, let it seep in, obviously blow dried my hair, blah, blah, blah. And now we are ready to get into the makeup. I'm gonna switch things up today. If this is the first video of mine that you're watching, this won't be a switch up because this is the first video you're watching. But if you've been watching my other videos, you'll know that I usually use kind of the same products. So today, I'm gonna try a different primer. This one is from Cover FX. Isn't that weird? It's like a weird mousse primer. It's a blurring primer and it's the one for medium skin, which is kind of nice. So it goes on and it doesn't have that white cast. And yeah. This will blur my pores and whoa, it's so mattifying. Did you see my nose go from shiny to not shiny with one swoop of the primer? Let's do a rewind. So another thing that I'm gonna do a little bit differently today is my foundation routine. I'm gonna still use the Born This Way from Too Faced foundation. Oh, I'm running out of this. Oh no! Get creative here. And then I'm also going to add a couple of my Cover FX glow drops. So since we're doing the Cover FX theme here, whoa, these are almost gone too. The theme of this video is stuff that I'm almost out of. They're like a highlighting serum. My favorite word. What this will do is give my foundation kind of a glowy sheen to it. So that's the ratio. It's like 60-40 glow and foundation. And I'm gonna take my brush and just mix it together on the back of my hand and go in on the face. Ooh, so pretty. So this is just gonna really bring out my natural highlights. Also, this brush I got from TJ Maxx, it's called Spa Sister. These brushes are called a kabuki brush, I believe. And it's working really well. It applies the foundation super quickly too. I know it doesn't quite make sense that I put a mattifying primer on and then immediately did a glowy foundation look, but that's okay. Life's not about making sense. It's about feeling good.
And I feel great.
A little bit of acne scarring on the bottom of my face. Oh, from popping zits as a younger person. I always tell you not to pop your zits, and then you pop them anyway, and then you end up with textured skin as an adult, and then you have your makeup channel, and you're like, well, crap, if only I had nicer skin, I should have listened to my mom. So those glow drops give me a glow while still maintaining that coverage that I like. The e.l.f. concealer that I used on my Full Face of e.l.f. products, I'd never used this concealer before, and it turned out to be super full coverage and amazing. And it was a whopping $2. So I work today, so I want my makeup to last a really long time, so I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the lid, and then I'm grabbing my sponge. And the way that you bake, I know it seems crazy, but you dunk your sponge in and pick up just a ton of powder. I mean, way more than you think you're supposed to, and just press it onto your under eye. I mean, that looks insane, but this is how baking is. Essentially cook your makeup onto your face as if your face was clay and you put it in the oven and then it came out like rock hard and you can sell it as a sculpture. We're making our face a sculpture.
Set in stone.
Some people bake their entire face. I bake my under eye, my nose, my forehead, my chin, and my upper lip. When I brush all of this off, a little bit of that light color is going to stay on these parts of my face, and that will create a natural looking highlight. And this that I've left empty will create a natural looking contour. You'll see when it comes time to wipe the bake off, don't worry. I'm gonna go ahead and do the brows off camera and see you in a second. Voila, my brows are done. Yay! So let's move on to our eyeshadow. I'm using that James Charles Morphe palette again. I'm just gonna take some of these light shimmer colors to start off with. For those of you that have this palette, the 3 colors that I'm mixing together right now are Ring Light, Face, and So Good. And then just to warm up a little bit in the crease, I'm taking this taupe color right here called Punch Me, and I'm just gonna warm up my outer corner a little bit. Sorry, I keep backing away. I should stay close so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Again, I like to do both eyes at the same time to make sure they stay even. So now that I have my base down, I'm gonna go in with this orange color called 518, and I'm gonna mix it together with this terracotta. And this one's called Cone James, so I'm just gonna do a little dip, 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 take turns, share, 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 yay! And I'm gonna start to add that into the crease. I'm gonna take the darker of the 2 oranges and pull that down towards the lash line a little bit, like so. Touching into the terracotta color and this yellow color down here, which is called B, back and forth. Yeah, that's what's up. That looks so pretty. This is gonna be really nice with the blue. And then just very gently and lightly blending it down the eye. This is actually from Wet n Wild, so very affordable. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the eyeliner. I need a mirror to do this. It's a little bit too hard to be looking into the camera. I'm gonna outline the wing first. So starting at the bottom, I want the wing to kind of come out like so. It will kind of come out from about right there. So there's the triangle that I just drew, and then that will be easy to just fill in when I'm ready. From the bottom, and then looking kind of even. This one needs a little bit of work. With winged liner, I always like to close my eye and make sure that the wing doesn't look too bumpy, because sometimes when you look down, you'll end up with this weird squiggle that you didn't mean to make. So I'm looking down and I'm filling in this little empty space here. I'm noticing that it does kind of make that weird squiggle. So I'm just gonna fix that a little bit by straightening out that line. And I've gotten a little bit carried away, and there's nothing that a Q-tip can't fix. So this is great. I've made a mistake. I get to show you how to fix it. So I'm just taking my Q-tip that has a little bit of makeup remover on it. Much better. Yeah, so don't be afraid of making mistakes, because you can always very easily fix it with a cotton swab. So now when I close my eye, it's a much straighter line. Looking great, guys. Let's go ahead and finish the other eye. I'm gonna let that eyeliner dry before I finish pulling it to the center. And now I'm gonna wipe off my bake. So I have a big fluffy brush here that is clean. You don't wanna accidentally use your bronzer brush. I have made that mistake and accidentally been my whole face bronze. Very not cool. So here we go. And just with that fluffy brush, wipe away the excess powder. See how it gave me that nice line for my eye shape? And then as I'm wiping away that powder, I'm also using that brush that now has powder on it just to make sure that there is a thin layer of powder on the lower half of my face, because remember the cardinal rule, creams, then a layer of powder, then your powder bronzer.
My Bob's a cutie boy.
So I don't know if you can see what I was talking about, but there is a little bit of lightness left over from where the bake was, and it's given me these natural contours in my face, which is great because then I can just follow it with my bronzer. I'm just using my bronzer to further accentuate what was left over from the baking. I'm also taking a fluffy brush and just like with a tiny bit of bronzer going down the sides of my nose, a little nose contour here. Lots of powder sitting on our face, so I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a spritz to bring life back. now I'm gonna go ahead and finish off that eyeliner. So I'm gonna pull that blue all the way to the corner. Instead of trying to do one line, I use little brush strokes all the way to the end. It's just a technique that I've discovered helps me stay precise. Yeah, that looks great. Then I can go right back over this wing over here to make sure it's extra bold. For a little bit of drama, I am taking a gold glitter and just dabbing it right in that inner corner. You all know how I feel about inner corner highlight at this point. Very pretty. Yay! I guess I probably should have curled my eyelashes before I did my eyeliner, but I didn't think about it, so...
It is what it is!
For mascara, I'm using the Extreme Lash from Stila. Stila? Stila. Okay, wow, looking great. Mascara is everything. So now to finish off the look, I'm gonna go back in with that terracotta color and sweep it down my lower lash line. For highlighter, I am going to go back in with some more glow drops just to really bring it together. Wow! Okay, so we don't want to be that blinding. I find that liquid highlighters are best applied with a finger, so I'm just tapping it on to that high point of my face, like so. My gosh, that is so blinding. Also, I'm sorry about the lighting changing every 5 seconds. I'm in my apartment and I'm using natural daylight and sometimes the cloud comes, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing my best with what I have. Obviously, this last step is completely optional. Not everybody likes to look like a disco ball, but it definitely is my personal aesthetic. And then since we have so much left over, little clavicle, I mean, it's only fair that we bring it down our arms. Never such a thing as too much highlight. You can always recycle it, use it everywhere else. Okay, I don't know why the lighting got so weird and dark there for a second. Very quickly fix up this brow a little bit. Make sure that's blended nicely. Get rid of whatever that was. And for one final eye touch, I have this gold eyeliner here. And I'm just gonna pull that into my waterline to make my eyes really pop. Not that they weren't popping already because of that blue. Why not be extra? For my lips, I'm going really natural today. I've got a lip crayon from Nude Sticks that I'm doing first. And then over the top of that, I'm throwing on some Fenty Gloss Bomb for a little extra shine. Whoa, curly bangs are very confusing. And this is the final look. I love how it turned out. I think blue eyeliner is back and I think it's awesome and really elevates what could have been a very simple look. And then I really like how my skin is looking with those glow drops inside of the foundation. And then of course the glow drops everywhere as well. Thank you so much for choosing to watch my video out of all the videos that are out there. I hope you enjoyed watching me mess up quite a few times, but I like showing you that side of my makeup routine so that putting on makeup can be a little bit more accessible for you, and also so that I can show you how to fix mistakes when you make them. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you on my next video.